welcome at another tutorial about the Korg Pa5X. In this tutorial we are going to take a look at the book section of the Korg Pa5X. And the book section is an underestimated feature of the Korg. So when you buy your Korg Pa5X you get access to a lot of styles. There are over 700 in the factory styles, and you can add your own styles to the user section. And for instance, when you go to the bonusware section on the Korg website, you can download another, let me see, more than 610 new styles that you can use, and there are a lot of famous ones. The What About Pop is What About Us from Pink, for instance. And there are so many of them in there, all famous songs: Bruno Mars, Let Her Go. Well, there's a lot of content. I also have the styles from all the models. I have my own song styles. I have a lot of user styles. In my Pa5X I have access to thousands of styles that I can also combine with each other. But that basically means that you are never gonna remember which style belongs to which song. So you have to create a book for yourself with all those songs that you want to play or that you find interesting, so that you can select them and create new songbooks out of them. And I'm going to show that in the set list section. There you can create your own subsets of songbooks. But the book section itself is basically a very large item of all kinds of songs that you are going to play or want to play. So that you never have to remember which style or which settings do I have to change. You can store it all in one songbook entry. So let me give an example. So let's select a funk sound, and for instance on page 7 we have the Funk Sugar. We have the Funk Sugar style. And the Funk Sugar style is basically one of my favorites. And the Funk Sugar style is basically the song Chaka Khan, Like Sugar. It's a famous song from Chaka Khan. When you start the intro, you will recognize that famous pattern from that song. You can see whenever it ends, the counter is going down, and at the end, at 1, it will go to the variation. So let's enter the sequence. And now we are hearing that song from Chaka Khan. So good. I don't have it in my songbook at the moment, so let's add it to the songbook. Now, how do you do that? Basically, you are holding the book button for a few seconds. Then it pops up with this Save Book Entry screen. And you can give up the new song name. Well, I'm not going to use this, the style name. I'm going to give it the real name. And it's the Like Sugar song from Chaka Khan. So I enter Like Sugar and I save it. So now it's in the book. When I press the book button again, point out that it's on the Like Sugar entry, and with the entry edit we can add some extra details. Well, it's a funk song, so the category is funk, and the artist is Chaka Khan. You press OK. With the key info, you set the key which the song is played in. Well, the Chaka Khan song is played in D minor. And it's in the text and lyrics. You can also see this screen where you can set up different kind of pads. You can set up your keyboard sets. That's all in there. You can set up your mic, guitar settings, whatever you want. And I want the variation 1 started and the intro 1 started whenever I play this song on the songbook. So I save the songbook entry now, and it saves everything that I did. So if I going to select a different style, it's a different style now, but whenever I go to that songbook and I press that Like Sugar thing, it enters this, and you see that the intro 1 is selected and the variation 1. And whenever I play now the D minor, it starts, and you can immediately go to the so that's really nice to have it this way. Let me give another example. So I've now added the Funk Sugar style and the Like Sugar song to my songbook, but I'm not going to do anything with it. I've stored it in my book and it's fine now. So let's go to some of the extra styles. I go to the bonusware styles. It's in my user section. And in the bonusware styles, you can download them from Korg and convert them to a Korg KST file. So, and then load them in the Pa5X. But on page 45, I know that there is a song that is called Price Pop. So I've selected the style Price Pop, and when we press intro 1, we hear the song Price Tag from Jessie J, a famous song. It's the intro of Price Pop. And we can also see that there's a sequence edit in the bonus section. So let's see when this one is reaching 1, so that we can enter the sequence and go play that song. So we are going to add this one to the songbook too. Hold the book button, say price tag, save it. We enter the intro 1 and then variation 4 because we want to go it directly to variation 4. Save. And when we enter the book now, we can see that it's an pop song, and the artist is Jessie J, and the song is in F major. It's not really in F major, normally it's in D minor, but okay. Save it. And we've added this one also to our songbook. It's in the text and lyrics where you can enter this information. So now we have it over here, and we have a price tag song Jessie J, and it points to that specific bonus directory that I've created. You can create your own elements with new bank, and I've called that one bonus so that I know that the copied styles from the bonusware section are in that section. So that's how you add songs to your songbook. But it doesn't stop there. The songbook also stores all the edits that you are doing in your Pa5X, except for the control page. Those ones aren't stored in there. I have no idea why. But keep in mind, if you are doing edits in this one, in this section, then it won't be stored in the book. But everything else is stored in there. So that means that we can use specific songs. And let me give an example. Bijvoorbeeld Shania Twain. Man, I Feel Like a Woman is normally a country shuffle. And when you play the standard country shuffle, you will hear something like this. So it doesn't really sound like the song Man, I Feel Like a Woman from Shania Twain. But if you are pressing intro 2, that's another chord variation, and that's the intro of Man, I Feel Like a Woman. So if you do it now, so now can you play that song Man, I Feel Like a Woman from Shania Twain. And because you can store the settings of your elements, then just press intro 2 and variation 1 and you can play that song and say, hey, this country shuffle song is the Man, I Feel Like a Woman from Shania Twain. So you can do a lot more with the songs than you originally think. And let me give another example of that. We have the soft guitar country one. And that one is a really fast one, but we can also use this for Let It Go from the song Frozen. This is the normal D intro. So not really usable for that song. And let me give it. So what we are going to do is we are going to change this factory style, and we are going to save a book entry for the Let It Go song from Frozen after we do our edits. So first let's start to set the correct tempo for that song. That's 70 BPM. So it's slower now. So let's hit the E minor chord. We are on variation 3, and we are going to change a few things. I would like the German Grand Die. That will be a pad sound. So we are going to the Legacy Synth Pad category, and let's use Tinkling Pad. That's a soft mellow pad sound. So same style, but a change in the selected sounds. It's a little bit loud, so lower the sound. 69. And I don't want a steel guitar, but I want a 12-string guitar for this. Yeah, this gives a little bit more body. So that's nice. So we have now entered a few things. We modified a few things. And we can, for instance, also do sound edits, like for instance, go to the menu button, track controls, sound edit modes. And we can set, for instance, the guitar mode darker. So that's isolated. So just to your liking. A little bit more resonance. You can make it shorter. Let's make it a little bit more longer. So something like this. Yeah, that fits beautifully in the correct image. So, and basically we are done now with the style. Sound differently, and we are going to store all these edits into the book by holding the book for a few seconds, and we are going to say, hey, this song is called Let It Go. And we are going to create a new SongBook entry of it. Press the book section again. It's on the Let It Go. Go to the entry edit tab, and on the text lyrics tab we are saying it's a pop song. And we are creating it from the song Frozen, from the Frozen movie. And it's in E minor. Which is really handy that you can enter these key information, because when you have thousands of songs in your songbook, you have no idea in what key you have to play each song in. That is impossible to remember. So save the book entry again, save it, and it's in there now. When we are going to select the default style again, you see it's the old one with the standard sounds. But if we are going to select our Let It Go version from these, you see it's 70 BPM, and we have the edits over here, and all the edits are there. So we have the song in now, but we don't have the correct chord variation, and I want that specific chord variation with this song. So let's record it. Now we have that chord variation, and when we save it in the book again by holding it, we can rename override the song Let It Go. And now this chord clip is attached to this songbook registration. So that's really nice. If we select a different kind of thing again, if you go look at the chords now, you will see that it's a G minor. But if we enter the Let It Go Frozen that we saved in our songbook, when we go look at the chords, you see that chord progression that we just played. So let's play it. and so on. So basically we have added this now to our songbook, and all the edits that we did, including the chord variation, is now stored in that book entry. So this way you can create your own book with all the songs that you like to play, and connect it to all those thousands of styles that you will have in your Pa5X, without having to remember what the settings were or what you want to do. But now something really important. When you have a songbook like me, and for instance it goes quite quickly, but if you have so many items in there, you still can't use it, and that's where setlist comes in. If we go to the setlist and press the setlist button, you can create your own subbooks of the songs in your songbook. So it's just like if you want to buy a book in the store with, for instance, 10 famous songs, you can easily set it up yourself over here from your own songbook, and you have a new book in this. I like to have more in them, and you can store up till 12 items per page, and you can set up multiple pages. But you can create your own books yourself. And when we are looking at, for instance, my song styles, you see, hey, I have here over a lot of all kind of famous songs that I like to play, and I don't know which styles are attached to it. You can see it at the bottom, but this is the way to do it. So if I want to play Hotel California, just activate it, and everything is set up correctly, and you can play that song. So easy. And I've also added the sequences of those songs, so I can always see what to play, or if I want to solo over it. Easy to do by pressing the sequence button. So if you want to go to there, now it plays those songs for that song for me. Then someone says, hey, play In The Air tonight. And we are playing In The Air from Phil Collins with that iconic intro. Yeah, so easy to do. No searching, where is that style again, whatever do I have to set up in my Pa5X. It's all in there because you created a songbook entry for that, and now you add it to your own custom songbook to play along with this. You could do a lot. I can give a few examples. Teardrops from Woman Woman is nice. Boxer from Simon and Garfunkel. Just let's say a beat of Gabriel. Don't Go Breaking My Heart is a song from the Pa4X. So let's. And you're playing Don't Go Breaking My Heart. Or Brick House. Famous song, Just the Two of Us, also a very nice one. And because I know, hey, I like to play on variation 3, the book entry is saved with variation 3 and intro 1. And I can play that song, Just the Two of Us. Or for instance, Purple Rain. Let me give an example. And I've also disabled split for this specific one because I like to play along with that song. So let's play a piano over that. play the entire song with the entire solo thing, but let's not do that. So that's the way the songbook works. So when you are going to perform, and let me stop this. So when you are going to perform, you have your own songbooks from that large songbook where you stored everything that you want to do with your Pa5X, and you can easily select those tiles. But when you're working in the studio or at home and you just want to use it as the same as the normal songbook, you can make a new entry for that. And let's add a new list. So let's create a new set list, and we are going to save that set list with a specific name. Save set list, and we are going to name that my favorites, for instance. We create a new list, yes, and we don't have any entries in there. Now, the only thing we have to do now is go in our large book of samples, and we are going to add things to it. So let's say we want to add Fever to that set list. It's a nice song. You press the Add to Setlist button. It says which setlist is active. Well, my favorite is the active one. And on position last, there is only one position, I want to add that song. So it's now added to the setlist. If we are going to look at the setlist by pressing the setlist button, you will see on tile 1 there is one. What About Us? Added to the setlist. Happy from Pharrell Williams, added to the setlist. And Easy Lover, very nice, edit. Let's do something. Moon River, added to the set list. So this is the power of creating your own songbooks now. I'm going just to create my new own book based on all these work that I did on before to edit to that list. So The Empire Strikes Back. So let's add a view to them. Crockett's theme, Jason Mraz. Jean-Michel Jarre. Joe Cocker. Mucho. Yeah, all night long. So we have a few items now in there, and we also have a few on page 2. So now we can use them and play with them. So we want to play the song Easy Lover. Well, hit it and play that. Play that song. Let's play Oxygen 4. Fever. So just out of that songbook, we've created our own subbook. So really handy. But I want to reorder these kind of things, or I want to use it like an ordinary songbook, but then just my own songbook. You can do that also by pressing the page menu, then go to Preferences, and instead of tile, you are going to select List. You can also say, hey, I don't want to know the key and BPM, only the name, artist, and genre, but I like to know the BPM and the key it's in. So we are going to say, hey, it's a list view now. And now we see something similar to the songbook, but now it's based on only our own songbook that we've created. And this way we can say, hey, the Oxygen 4 is now somewhere in the middle. And you can say, for instance, hey, I want it higher in the list. So that one is now on the first page, and Fever should be a few songs later. Phil Collins a little bit on top. So now I'm making my own songbook again, and when I go to that list set again, to that tile set, you will see, hey, now Oxygen 1 is on page 1, and Easy Lover on 2, and Fever is now on position 5. So a very easy way to do this. And if you want to say, hey, this set list, I'm working with a band, and I want to export this list as a text file, just export it, and you get a text file with those entries from this specific SongBook that you just created yourself. So really easy to do. Now, you see one thing that is really important is you see a star behind the My Favorites. That means that this is an unsaved list. And if I would turn off my Pa5X now and start it up again, all this work will be lost. So always save the set list so that you have all your things that you've modified in there. So and now you can select, hey, I want the song styles again. Now I want my book with my favorites. Select it, and there you have it, your own subset of that large book. So that is it. You have all those styles that you can select, and you can add really many of them. I have thousands of them, and you probably will have too over a period of time. And you can easily download the bonusware styles, which have a lot of famous songs in them. I can show a lot of them, but that takes too much time. But you can do this also, and then you have 600 extra styles in your Pa5X, and it's just fun to look what kind of song it is. And sometimes you can see it at the song name, Rock the Clock. That is probably Rock Around the Clock. So let's try the intro one. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So those styles are all in there in the bonusware section, and well, I have all the other models too, and if I want songs from the Pa4X, I can use my Pa4X, or if I want a Pa3X music conversion styles out of that, and I can easily select that one. And also have a lot of pages with all those styles that are in there. So the message is create your own book with your own sounds and songs, because when you buy the Pa5X, you get some generic songs in there. You have no idea what it is. So when you are playing with your Pa5X, you will discover all kind of songs and styles, and just add it to that list, make that a habit. And within no time, you will have such a book as mine, but then a book really created to your own ideas. So that's the way to work with it. In the book, you save all the edits and the song names that you find in those thousands of styles. And in setlist, you are going to make your own subbooks and add the songs to them, and then save that songbook. And with preferences, you can switch between list and tile to your preferred way of working. So that's it for now, and hope to see you again in the next tutorial.